Hello, how you doing? My name is Kenrick. I am your local friendly sales transition director who helps you transition your organization. I'm here to help. Take care. One-to-one training can be the difference between smashing target or just going right under it. One-to-one training allows people to improve their sales skills. In our industry, we have a lot of people that do sales, but a lot of people don't actually understand what techniques they're actually using. So they will pitch, they will say the spiel that they've been taught, they'll use their own personality, but they will never understand when to go for the deal, when to go for the close, when not to ask for the deal, when just to carry on a conversation. These small detail things that helps you get a sale through the line. So what I can bring is I will improve the sales skills. For example, learn sales techniques. There's many ways to generate sales. There's B2B, B2C, events, it doesn't matter. Sales techniques apply to all three of them. Sales techniques can be the difference between winning a sale and losing a sale, because those who understand the techniques understand what needs to be done to get a sale over the line. For those who don't understand the sales techniques, who don't actually understand what they're doing, they're more just making it up as they go and they work with a sales pitch. So when they get into tight situations, they kind of don't know where to go. And sometimes they stutter, sometimes they might go and that can lose the confidence in any client, any prospect. So what I'm here to do is to teach your team actual sales techniques. Now there's many sales techniques, trust me, there's a lot I can train, but it's about finding 3 or 4 techniques that work well with your style, taking it, maximizing it, making it stronger, and then you're able to go off and generate so much more sales. I also work with many sales agents, great sales agents that do a lot of great sales, but they don't actually understand what techniques they're using. So when we work together and I'm going through the different techniques, you tend to get a lot of, oh, I've been doing that, I've done that before. Oh, I've used that before, I just didn't know what it was called. Well, I'm here to give you a name for it because these are what the techniques are called. And this what allows you to take those techniques and train those who come after you so they have an understanding. There has to be a sales language, there has to be a mutual language, a common language that people understand to be able to teach. Because sometimes, for example, we can use football, for example. If you're teaching a boy or girl a football skills, and to give you an example, you can't just say, do it like this. Yeah, it's easier to say, do the 360, do the Maradona, do the step overs. It's something that we can refer to that people can understand and go, okay, cool, I know what you're talking about. In sales, it's exactly the same thing. I can say, okay, you need to be a little bit more assumptive. Straight away, once you've learned what that technique is, you go, okay, for the next week, I'm going to work on my assumption closing. Then we can monitor how that does and we can take things forward. So in sales, it's very important for people to understand what they are doing great, because there are a lot of great people doing a lot of great things, but also what they're doing wrong and also what they can do in the future to help maximize and tighten up their sales ability. For example, get better and much more confident in icebreakers. This is such a foundation that a lot of people look past. The icebreaker can be the big difference between winning a sale and losing a sale, just from your very first words. Knowing how to open up a conversation, being confident enough to maybe use a joke or whatever works for you, but being confident enough to just break the ice and make the person that you're speaking to that little bit more comfortable can mean everything. Can mean the difference between multi-million pound deals, small deal. It doesn't matter. It could be a big difference between getting over the line and helping your organization grow, and helping your sales team hit targets. So what I'm here to do is to help teams with multiple different icebreakers, multiple different methods to make people more comfortable. And again, it's about finding the 3 or 4 methods that work for you, taking that, strengthening it, and running with it, and doing a lot of sales and being more confident as a person. Learn to overturn objectives / negatives. So you might be in a pitch or someone gives you a few objectives. How do you reply, and how do you reply with confidence to give the person that you're talking to, make them feel confident that you know what you're talking about, right? For example, if someone wants to give you an objection, how do you delay that kind of answer to think of something quickly enough to be able to respond without making it sound like you don't know what you're talking about? It's just small little techniques that we can just interject in the middle to help you with that. learning the 2 to 3 strike rule. Now, every organization's different, so the reason why I said 2 to 3 strikes. Now, bad press is never good for companies, especially in the sales department. So there's a time where we've got to maximize everything we can do, but know when to pull the plug when the person is not ready to buy just yet. So we as an organization, we as a team have to know when to say, when to end that conversation just as well as if you was to sell to them, even if you don't. So we have a 2 strike rule or the 3 strike rule. Every organization's different, but we have to know when's the right time to pull the plug and do it in a way where the person you're talking to might go, you know what, I did like what this person was selling. I didn't want to buy now, but you know what, they built such a good rapport with me, I'm going to go back to them. Many times we've entered in conversations in sales where the person's not bought straight away, but they've come back weeks later just off the conversation that we had, and they've made sure they've bought with just myself or whoever that spoke to them. Building pipelines. Building pipelines. Building pipelines is something that everybody knows in the sales industry. But I always say, how efficient are we in doing that? Are we doing the same old thing because it's tried and tested and it works? Are we going outside the box to make anything else work? So I'll be talking about maximizing different ways individual can go out and build pipelines to make themselves that little bit more different, to push them a little bit more to the edge, to impress their managers, to impress their CEOs, to help win business and help win more sales for the organization. Getting more confident and believing in yourself. This for me is the foundation. There's many people that I've worked with who came in and, you know, had good sales skills about them, but just weren't that confident. So we worked on the confidence before even touching on the sales skills. And for the people that are watching this that are probably smiling right now because you know I'm talking about you, is because after we managed to balance the both, they became just top sellers and made a lot of money, I'll tell you that. But that's something that, again, I would love to implement, is to look at the team and go, how confident is this team? How confident are you as individuals? You know, you can be confident in the office around your peers that you see every day. How are you when you go out there and you talk to people that you don't know? How are you when you're on the phone and you're talking to people you don't know? You're getting a lot of rejection that day, and how do you maintain your confidence and what do you do? Like, so we work on that, you know, as individuals, as people, because, you know, if you have a confident team, you have a top selling team, and that's just something that goes hand in hand. Take care. Bye.